And I'm not gonna lie, as much as Cardi wanted to hide this pregnancy, the cat might be getting out the bag soon. So y'all know there has been a lot of speculation of Cardi B being pregnant for quite some time. Honestly, ever since her and Offset broke up. And obviously, as time goes on and they're seeing her make more appearances, it's starting to seem a little true. One thing about the internet, every single time that they have claimed Cardi B to be pregnant, they done hit it right on the nose. Like, they're 3 for 3 right now. And what's really feeding into the allegations of her being pregnant are these court videos. So y'all know Cardi B is going through her divorce court right now, and I'm not gonna lie, there have been so many clips of her in and out of court. And the ones that just surfaced yesterday, yeah, it's looking like a bun might be in the oven. Now y'all know how Cardi gets that little wobble when she's pregnant. Cardi's little wobble that she get when she's pregnant is literally her staple. That's what be selling it every time. On top of her always wearing big shirts, anything that takes away attention from the belly, anything that makes her not be able to really show her stomach. She's known for that. I'm not gonna lie, every single pregnancy. And honestly, I don't even think people care whether or not she's pregnant. I think they want to know, is it Offset's or Stefon Diggs? Now, mind you, Cardi never announces her pregnancy just based off of speculation. She definitely is one to wait until she's ready. So if she is in fact pregnant, she ain't gonna announce it anytime soon. It's gonna be at the very last moment. Now, like I said, the internet is always right when Cardi B is pregnant. So I will not be surprised if here in a few months when she cannot hide it no more, she either pops out with a post, or we might even get a whole maternity shoot. Who knows? Y'all know Cardi love to come trim every time she does a pregnancy announcement. All I gotta say is, if it ain't Offset, somebody need to go check on that man when she does decide to announce.
A few moments later.
It's day 3 of the Cardi B trial, and Cardi B took the stand again today, and let me tell you, she did exactly what I thought she was going to do by switching out her wig once again after that lawyer gave her a smart remark about her hair yesterday. During Cardi B's testimony, this lawyer was losing his cool when he was questioning her, and I really feel like he was trying to make her mad because he wanted her to act out. And I'm pretty sure that Cardi B knew exactly what this lawyer was trying to do. He wanted to make her angry in front of the jury, but she wasn't falling for it. She was being very smart back with her answers, with all of these different facial expressions, and I loved every second of it.
Concerned. Very concerned.
And why were you concerned?
Because I'm pregnant, and this girl's about to beat my... Hello?
Hello. Hello, I'm here.
And I think even the judge knew that the lawyer was trying to get Cardi B to act out with anger, because the judge literally had to tell this lawyer multiple times to stop being so aggressive. As you know, good old Cardi, she did not care, and she was throwing her smirks and being absolutely hilarious on this stand the whole entire time. Every time this lawyer would ask the most stupidest questions, this was her face most of the time.
You said she's bigger than you, is that correct?
Absolutely.
How do you know that?
I mean, look.
I'm looking, I don't agree with that. What is your basis? Are you saying she's physically bigger, she's taller?
I mean, you have her medical records,
I don't
right?
have anything. I'm asking you the question.
I mean, I was 130 pounds at that time.
So she's overweight, right? In your opinion.
Objection, no.
It's a little...
You don't need to answer me.
Okay.
The lawyer was trying everything that he could to try to catch Cardi B slipping, and it honestly just wasn't working. No matter how hard this lawyer tried to break her, to catch her up, to try to trip her up, it was not working. Cardi B was absolutely running laps around this lawyer, and I felt like the case was just falling apart right before our eyes. At one point, Cardi B said, this woman is literally just out to get money. And he said, how do you know that? And she said, because she's suing me for $24 million. And the whole entire time, she kept me laughing. She kept me intrigued. And it was the same exact way with the jury, because you could hear them in the background multiple times cracking up.
Did you look at Miss Imani Ellis's face when you were arguing with her at the time of the incident?
I was looking at her face, but I wasn't looking like... She got a pimple on her face?
Yesterday, they showed the photograph of Amani Ellis's face where this supposed scratch was before the plastic surgeon did surgery on her. And I feel like that scratch was non-existent. Like, I don't know what I was missing, but I saw pretty much nothing on this woman's face. Based off everything I've seen already, I really feel like this is not going in that security guard's favor. And she's probably not going to get $24 million from Cardi B. But we'll just have to continue to watch to see what else happens. But y'all, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
A few moments later.
I knew Cardi was guilty of whatever that lady is accusing her of when the lady said, and then she said, aha, that's why you're security, aha, because you know Cardi would say that. Moving forward, that lady obviously just wants a bag and she was clout chasing. But this is genius marketing by Cardi's team. And I think that they were like, you know what? We're going to do the album rollout while Cardi's in court. You know Cardi is going to serve looks in court. I don't give a fuck. Like, she looks incredible. I loved the bob. I love this blonde wig. And Cardi's just so personable. Like, that's why we've been waiting so long on the second album. Because Cardi gets paid for that personality. She does not have to make music. Like, she's getting the brand deals and all that shit. She's been a personality. So her up there giving her witness testimony, talking about, we're having a debate, you know, whatever, and having the whole courtroom cracking up. That's amazing for her. All these videos on TikTok of her in court not giving a fuck, serving looks, like, that is her brand. This entire situation is on brand for her. Cardi has been that bitch. Like, if you run your mouth, she's pulling up on you. So all of this is on brand. This is great album rollout for her. And I think this is going to help her album a lot.
A few moments later.
Okay, I just caught up on the Cardi B assault trial. Cardi is so effortlessly funny. She's not even trying. She's just hilarious. And I think that reads as authentic to the court. So quick note too, this is a civil trial for money. This is not a criminal trial. I keep seeing people say that prosecutor asking Cardi questions is bad. He's the plaintiff's attorney. Now, do I think he's not doing a great job? I won't say he's doing a bad job. His strategy just is not working with Cardi. I think he was trying to provoke her to show that she's quick to anger, which helps prove their case that she was quick to anger in that moment. And Cardi is not going for it. She's responding with in humor, and it's not working. So he's getting a little more agitated because she's not responding how he wants her to respond. Other quick thing too. I think the biggest takeaway is that I would think twice before suing Cardi, because Cardi does not seem to be fearful of the legal process like a lot of people at her level are. So the Tasha K thing, there have been plenty of celebrities who've been lied on for years by bloggers and people on these kind of platforms. They ignore it. Cardi said, not me. And she went the distance and sued and won. Similarly, there's people who would have just paid this girl off and been done. Cardi said, I didn't do that. Take that issue to trial. We're going to trial. And so here we are. Now, the basic thing of what happened with this case is that Cardi was at a doctor's office. She was pregnant with her oldest daughter and hadn't announced it publicly. So she's keeping it a secret because she was told for her career to keep it a secret. And she sees this security guard recognize her, start recording her, and then follows her through the building. And Cardi told her leave her alone, and the altercation ensues from there. And so, according to the security guard, Cardi then spit on her, slapped her, called her N-word, scratched her face, all these different things. So the clips I've seen of her testimony, not great. Not great. She claimed that she had pictures, but she lost them. Now, how you lose your golden ticket if you actually had some pictures? I'd had them. Those would have been sent to friends, in my email folders, on my computer, in my favorites folder. I would have had about 75 copies of them pictures. If I got scratched and attacked by a wealthy person, I'm getting paid. So that was already a no to me. So they were questioning Cardi. First of all, Cardi is playing with the wigs for this trial. First day, she got her serious lawyer wig on, this cute pixie black wig. Next day, it's this long blonde wig. Then the third day, it's a long black wig. They all look good. And so the plaintiff's attorneys asked her about her wigs in a kind of a microaggression way, but Cardi was like, okay. He asked about her nails because, of course, her nails played a part in the alleged assault. He asked her about using the N-word. She claimed she didn't. And then he asked her about how does she identify. And Cardi claimed that she identifies as Afro-Caribbean. I shouldn't say claim. She said that she That's how she identifies. And so people were all up on that because how Cardi identifies and is she black or whatever has been a big debate. But she said out her mouth, I identify as Afro-Caribbean. So there's that. Do I think this woman is going to win? Just watching the clips of her and Cardi? No. I also think that Cardi comes off as very authentic. I think anybody, if you are being followed by a security guard and they don't think they really have given a legitimate reason for her to be following Cardi other than Cardi being famous and she was trying to get to record her or see what she was doing and being nosy, which Cardi describes being scared, unable to defend herself because she's pregnant. She can't do what she would normally do. And so that it made her uncomfortable. And then also too, at a basic level. Now, does HIPAA apply to a security guard in a doctor's office? Not really. It doesn't. However, those kind of offices will have policies about you can't say who coming in here. We are in Beverly Hills. You can't say who's coming in and out or we will have no patients here. Okay. And so I'm sure she knew that. And I think at a basic level, even if there's not a law that prohibits you from doing that, at basic level, you are at a doctor's office. You won't want nobody to go telling your business down at the office. So why would you do that to somebody else? Just because she's famous doesn't mean that she doesn't have privacy rights when it comes to being able to visit her OBGYN, right? So off top, a girl was already moving foul in my opinion. And I think that she has a hard argument to get around that. So, but anyway, go watch the clips. Cardi is cutting up. She's like looking at him like crazy. And they're letting her talk, which is, both attorneys are letting Cardi talk and letting her kind of tell her narrative. And Cardi is a funny storyteller, even when it's serious. So and you can hear people in the courtroom laughing. So I just don't think it's going well for the plaintiff. And so she may have gone the distance on this, kept pursuing this up until from 2018 till now. We're talking about, 8 years? And she's probably not going to win. So again, life lesson. Think twice before you sue Cardi.
A few moments later.
So Imani is the one that scratched somebody and then called the person that she scratched to help her with this lawsuit. And the person she called was saying that they were very much confused why she was calling because, one, this is my place of employment. Two, you were the one in the wrong. So why would you be calling me asking me for help? Y'all, Tiara has taken a stand. Now, she was the person who was doing receptionist at the doctor's office. She stated that when they were arguing, she could hear them from the office. And so she comes out there and gets in between them. They are both yelling. They are both cursing at each other. She says she stood between them to the point where her face was facing Imani and her back was to Cardi to kind of try to protect her. So Imani was cursing at Cardi, telling her what she was going to do to her and things of that nature and moving her hands around. So when Tiara gets back in the office, one of the other people in the office tell her, like, girl, your forehead, you're bleeding. She had a forehead cut from security guard Imani. And to make matters worse, Imani was the security guard for the building, meaning she was supposed to be on that first floor. She followed Cardi up to the 5th floor trying to record her. That's why Cardi was saying that the lady was following her. She was supposed to be at her station. Not only was Tiara telling her, like, hey, you're wrong, like, you're at work, you shouldn't be doing this. The doctor came out and had to check her and tell her the same thing. And after all of this happened, the doctor came to her and was like, hey, I need you to go down there and file a report. We need to report this because she cannot be invading our client's privacy. You know, a doctor can get sued for this. You don't want to be sued because the damn security guard from downstairs that messed up your stuff. Y'all, it is a mess. Cardi B is back on the stand now. Be back with y'all soon.
A few moments later.
Cardi, I Am Fashion B has been eating up these court looks. When I tell y'all one thing about them court outfits, besides the one from day before yesterday with that black wig, I ain't even gonna hold you. That one, that wasn't it, boo. That man went wrong. The prosecutor, lawyer, whatever went wrong, and he said, this one is good today. He ate with that one, Cardi. I loves you down, but he wasn't lying. But when I tell y'all she been eating up, Cardi is known. Well, obviously we know Cardi is known for like being the it girl in hip hop when it comes to fashion, for sure. But Colin, yeah, that's his name. He just been getting her like, oh my God. This one was today. This is today. 8 down. This was yesterday. Girl. Y'all, and can somebody tell me exactly why? Like, what is this court about? And it really, to me, and it looks like to her from how she been laughing while she's on stand, This just seems like a joke to me. It seems like that woman, whatever her name is, she's just looking for some money. She's just looking for a come up. Because I seen a video or a picture where allegedly she said Cardi scratched her face, and in the picture of her supposedly with the scratches before surgery or some shit, like, it ain't no damn scratches. Like, girl, you just got bad skin. I was just playing. But no, like, this is like a frivolous lawsuit or whatever. Like, girl, please. But no, I guess the girl is suing Cardi for some type of assault, maybe. I don't know. It's not serious to me. But, I can't tell the lady. It might be serious to the lady. I don't know. But for me, and maybe that's just me speaking as a Barty gang, I just don't. It's stupid. You wasting time. Like, you wasting time. But y'all, are we like a couple of weeks out from Am I the Drama? Oh, I cannot wait. I seriously cannot wait.
A few moments later.
So it's day 3 in Cardi B's assault trial, and she's back on the stand to finish her testimony. Y'all, this girl's lawyer, I hope she's not paying him, because this is so embarrassing. He immediately starts with the dumb questions. He's like, I'm not saying she was recording you, but if she was, why would it matter? Excuse me? Because your client was at work, okay? And Cardi B is a patient going to a doctor's office. What do you mean, why does it matter? Then he tells Cardi, say what you said in the hallway to my client's face right now. Cardi's like, what? You want me to say it to her? He's like, say it to her face, okay? Even the judge was like, nah. Hell nah. Are you dumb? He's like, move on. Followed that up with, so you didn't have anything in your hands. If you wanted to, you could have scratched my client in the face. Cardi's like, what? No, I had a baby in my stomach. I couldn't protect myself. And he's like, so were you disabled? She's like, I mean, yeah, when I'm pregnant, like, yes. He's like, so you weren't disabled. You could lift your hands, right? Were you angry? She's like, I was more scared. I was more concerned. I was angry, but I was more concerned. He's like, oh, why were you concerned? She's like, I was pregnant. He's asking, well, did my client know that you were pregnant? Did Miss Ellis know you were pregnant? It doesn't matter, because she's at a medical office. This is a doctor's office. The whole building full of doctor's offices. Anyone who comes in here, you should assume that they are a patient. And on that floor was a women's clinic. People going to women's clinics, a lot of them are pregnant. Cardi's saying that she thought this girl was going to beat her ass. And he was like, well, why? She's like, she was backing into me. She was coming at me. He's like, well, you said she was bigger than you. Why do you think that? And she's like, I have eyes. I can see that your client is bigger than me. This is one of the most annoying lawyers I've ever seen in a trial. The man just wants to argue. Everything Cardi says, he wants to go back and forth with her. Like, what are you doing here? You're at work too. You and your client belong together. You're both unprofessional. The man is asking the same questions over and over. Every objection sustained, asked and answered. Okay, we've already been over this. The judge was literally like, if you have no more questions, if you're out of questions, like, we can move on. It's like, no, I still have 2 more questions. Then he asked her, did you have blood under your nails? If I wasn't watching this with my own eyes, I wouldn't even believe this is a real trial. Somebody needs to verify that lawyer's bar number, because I don't believe he is actually an attorney. There's literally no way.
A few moments later.
If you're not tuned into the Cardi B trial, you're missing one of the most hilarious trials I've ever seen. Cardi B is a whole character. Like, she's literally jokes in play. And the lawyers on the other side, it's like they have something against her. Like, the way they are being so aggressive, the judge keeps telling them, like, you don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that, because the questions, why? And then they're asking her about her wigs, her nails. They're asking how she knows that the bodyguard was bigger than her, like she wasn't standing face to face with her. Like, my God. Can we just wrap this up? Because at this point, what's the point? What's the point? It's clearly a money grab. It's clearly a money grab. Sometimes, when you're rich, people find reasons to sue you. That's all I'm saying.